school newsroom. And since we are here in schools and we see that there is a link between journalism and media at schools, we also would like to offer a new opportunity for all who are working with teachers to fund also their ideas in Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. And for that, I'd like to invite Arminas Varanauskas, who is the CEO of Knowledge Economy Forum, to introduce us to an open call that has been just launched. So what's all the fuss about it? What have we missed if we haven't heard of that, Arminas?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Evaldis. You can hear me, yes? Just confirm, please. Wonderful. So, yeah, we just actually launched it a couple of days ago. I'm really excited. There's a money for different organizations and individual peoples who are ready to produce some tools for media information literacy. I remember we've done this in Baltics a few years ago, and the results were really exciting. We had a lot of applications from teachers, from NGOs, as well from media organizations. So I expect no less this year. Yeah, and happy to share a couple of things from administrational side, which might be helpful. Will someone put the slides on? Yes, I can see. Thank you, Evaldis, for that. So there will be very short information on it, and I'll just quickly go through. So the call is already open. You will see the links in the chat as well, and you can access them in the Facebook page of all the organizations who are organizing this event and open call as well. The open call is aiming to produce innovative MIL education tools. And we have work criteria which you should have in mind. So the first thing is value. It's educational value. So the tool you're giving or you're planning to develop should have concrete and precise educational value. What it will actually bring for the end users, which are upper secondary education students. Scalability. We prioritize those tools which are scalable in the country and as well across the borders, because we will have 3 tools financed, one from each Baltic country, and hopefully after they will be developed, we will have an opportunity to translate them and scale and apply them in different country contexts as well. Relevance. So of course, it should be relevant. So the teachers, could use that in the classrooms. It should reflect the MIL topics, which will I present in the next slide, and it should be innovative. So of course it should be new, that does not exist, and this is not reproduction of some existing tool from another country, but we expect something new. What is very important, Yakov already mentioned that as one of the golden rules. So we expect that those organizations or individuals who will be contracted to develop the tool, they need to plan testing phase during the development of the tool. This is very important. And they should test it with the teachers just to get the feedback and understand that the tool, how it is made, actually is fit for the purpose, and the teachers can use it, can understand it, etc. We can move forward to the next slide. Yeah, so I mentioned the tools must address one of the following topics. Those are 4, as you see. The first one, media functions and news. So this is the basic topic, but what we saw that usually it lacks quite innovative tools. It's usually a very theoretical and not that engaging and interesting for the students. So if you have any ideas how to make it really engaging and really interesting on this topic, we are very welcome those. Digital well-being. So this is everything related, to the social emotional health. of the youngsters, how they behave in the social media, in the media usage, in technology usage, what are the consequences, how we can mitigate those, what are the possible strategies to cope with the stress, to cope with the anxiety, to cope even with the physical, problems the smartphone usage brings us, and everything which is related. Artificial intelligence based content creation. So of course, ChatGPT and all other tools which are available for everyone, but including as well text and audio visual. So that means we do not only specifically speak about text-based artificial tools or video-based, but any type of content creation tools is what the thing we're looking forward to. And the final topic is algorithms in social media. So, of course, not precise algorithms of Instagram, TikTok, etc., but the working principles of algorithms, what they bring us, how we can understand them, and how we can, knowing them, evaluate the information and the feed we get from them with a fresh look. And I think there is one more slide at least. Yeah, so anyone can apply. You're individual, you're teacher, you're an expert in MIL, you're an expert in media, NGO, youth worker, media company, it doesn't matter. We welcome everyone. So far, you have some expertise in this field, and you have a good idea and know how to actually execute it. The end users are the teachers in the classroom, and we expect that they will use these tools with 14, 19-year-olds in a classroom. But of course, we favor those tools which could be applicable in non-formal setting as well. And the tool must be produced in one national language, so it means Latvian, Lithuanian, and Estonian. And in addition to that, in English, so other country people could actually translate. So your final product need to come in two languages, English and one national language you're actually working with from each country. So this is probably everything about the tools, and the deadline for the call is 18th of June, just a minute before the midnight, to make it more dramatic.
Yes, drama must be there. So there are also a couple of questions. So Christina is asking, what does it mean to test with teachers? Do you mean before submitting the idea, or if and when approved?
Yes, absolutely. If you are approved and selected to produce, so then in the production phase, we require for you to include the specific, part and time when you will be testing that with the teachers. Just an example, if you're developing the videos, so you create some sketch, some initial things, ideas, you go to the teachers while developing, get the feedback, and then act accordingly, So definitely not before submitting the idea. And I see another question of Carola, is subtitles are enough? So yeah, that's for sure. If you're thinking about producing the video, so we do not need to have, second double video in English. We need just to have subtitles, even if it's better, if we have not only subtitles, but as well the transcript, because it will be easier to translate to other languages and put subtitles on the video as well.
All right. If there are any more questions, please do also either raise your hand or post it in the chat.
And maybe what I just Evaldas, very sorry, as we run through the first slide, just to remind, you can receive up to 4,500 euros grant per tool for this tool production. So that means this is the total budget for one tool, and we are planning to finance 3 of those in this call. Any type of expenses are allowed. You will see that we have a small, form to fill in. We do not expect a lot of bureaucratic, so definitely don't write, a lot of pages. Be brief and to the point. We are really aiming at evaluating ideas, but as well, we want to see briefly, some expenses, what you will have. But from our side, we're absolutely open. If you need, cover the salaries, that's fine. If you need cover the services, or you need to rent something, everything is absolutely suitable. So far, of course, it helps you to implement the idea.
Yes, and I think to answer Carola's question on the limit on how long the content should be, maybe it helps to just imagine the 45 minutes of academic hour that you have in school. So that's most probably the ultimate maximum, because the idea is that we're supporting teachers and educators to address those topics in the classroom. So of course, stay realistic and think what is really needed for that particular topic, if it's a video, but maybe it could be also a game, maybe it could be a tool. So just take this as an orientation.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, Arminas, we have Christina's question: can it be in Russian with national and English subtitles?
Yeah, that's a good question. We actually didn't had discussed this before, In this, if I would be very bureaucratic, my answer would no, because we should expect, national English. But let's do that. If that's fine, Christina. Anyway, we'll be following up with the information, and if you agree, Evaldas, as well, that we will just follow up on this too, because I think it might work in some of the instances, So my general hunch would be that probably we would be okay with that. But if you would allow us, just double check with all the partners one day, and then put that information probably in our Facebook page, where you will be available to see the video as well. That would be better.
Yeah, well, in general, there is no problem, because we, of course, want to offer also for Russian-speaking students and teachers the chance to get some useful materials for their lessons. Particularly in Estonian case, we could use that. So I think that you can go ahead with that. Just make sure that you fulfill the formal criteria, that you also have national language and English included, and then consider what would be the most effective way of using it. So maybe if subtitles maybe could be changed with a voiceover. If that's a video, that could be a sure choice in any case.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. And
Great.
Just to mention as well, you will find that information on the website too, but we expect that all the tools needs to be produced by the end of November. So when you're planning that, just have that in mind.
Yes. So deadline for applications is the 18th of June, and then afterwards, during June, you'll get the information whether your idea has been chosen, and then the development can start. So just by end of November, we hope to receive the final products already that could be used in the classrooms. Great. Thank you so much, Arminas Varanauskas, the CEO of Knowledge Economy Forum. And I am also sharing a couple of QR codes with all the links that you can find already in the chat, where you have 3 different application forms for Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. If you want to stay up to date with all the developments that are happening, not only in our Baltic Mill project, but in general also of other stakeholders, so please do subscribe our newsletter and join our practitioner community on Facebook group, and you'll stay up to date, where we will also post recording of this meeting with further links that we already promised you. So at this stage, we will now stop the recording, and we will continue now